So let's attack the Procom 6.0 candy bar puzzle. First we'll start with number 1. It says here that we have to solve problems of increasing difficulty. The answer could be anywhere. And if we want to, we can look in the source code or anywhere else. So if we view the source, it'll actually tell us right around here that there's a little comment that literally the answer is the word anywhere. Because it said the answer could be anywhere, and it's really too obvious. So if we type in anywhere, we hit submit, and we've solved the first puzzle. The second puzzle is a flow puzzle. So that's where you have to connect the dots to each other. So like you could do something like this, it makes a connection. The problem is you have to connect all the dots of the same color, and you have to fill all the boxes too. So there is a hint in here which is pretty useful. On the page source it says right here the commands that you need to do for blue. So I'm going to copy those over here. And so for blue, it says I have to go 5 left, 1 down, 2 left, 5 up, 5 right. So it looks like I have to start with the bottom blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, 1 down, 2 left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right. I've connected them. Now that forces green to connect this way. That forces orange pretty much to have to connect this way. Blue doesn't have a lot of options. The tricky part is what you do with yellow. So yellow can go like this, around the bend, and then to connect them correctly, you're actually going to have to make this little roundabout through the reds. Then you can make this full connection all the way around, and we have filled in all of the boxes, and you can see down here at the bottom that the next answer is going to be cowabunga. So we hit submit, and we get to the next puzzle. Puzzle number 3. So these are called Rebus puzzles. And in a Rebus puzzle, you're trying to figure out what each of these kind of funny puzzles are telling you. So like this is saying that we have 1 foot in front of the other. The second one says that there is no one to blame. The third one says travel overseas. The fourth one says 2 heads are better than 1. The fourth one says running on empty. The fifth one is easy as pie. Iron, IR on curtain, so iron curtain. Younger kids may not know what the iron curtain was. And this has a 4 in the film, so it is a foreign film. So what you do with all those solutions is they would fill in all these blanks here, and the red letters are going to be our answers. So for the first one, 1 foot in front, so we're going to have an F. Then for the second one, it says no one to blame, so an O. For travel, OVER, overseas. 2 heads are better than, T. Running on, so N. This is easy as pie, so I. Iron curtain, T. And then foreign film, E. Oh, look, it's Fortnite. Some of your favorite games. Fortnite. Has to be spelled right. Submit, and we move on. So this one is a map coloring problem. What you should notice here is the number 4 has been underlined, which is interesting. And we're supposed to color it. It doesn't really tell us how, but if we start clicking on the puzzle pieces, they change colors. And the hint here is telling us that we need to do what's called a forecoloring. So that's where you make sure every piece on this picture has a different color, at least in terms of compared to ones that it's touching. So like if I make this one red, I'm not allowed to make this one red because then you have 2 pieces that touch that are both red. If I make that green, that's okay. If I make this blue, that's okay. And then I could make this green again, and then I could make this one blue. This one can be neither green nor blue nor red, so I'm going to make it a pink. Then this can neither be blue or pink. Right here, so I'm going to make that one red. Let's see if I can make that one blue, green. Oh, I had it. Which one was it? Orange. And so this name pops up, and if I remember right, he was one of the people who first solved the forecoloring problem for a map. So Applehagen. We hit submit. Now we get to a very fun problem of mine. So what you see here is a bunch of people tap dancing. So that's the hint here. What kind of dancing is that? And so they're doing tap dancing, and if you hit play here, it's going to do something called a tap code. So if I'm keeping track, I'm actually going to reload the page so I can start over. I'm going to keep track of how many dots it's making. So the first time it's 1, then 2, 1, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5, 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 3, 4. Oh, there's another one. 1, 4. Oh, does this ever end? 1, 5. I think that's the last one. Okay, finally. Now, if you had trouble keeping up with that, if you look at the page source, those same numbers are in here as well. You'll find them right down here. So if you found them this way, that's totally fine too. So why you need that is if you look up what a tap code is. So a tap code is a way to encode data. So it goes row column. So our 1, 2 means row 1, column 2. So we've got a B. 1, 1 is an A. 4, 2 is an R. Another 4, 2 is an R. 5, 4 is a Y. That seems to spell berry. 4, 4 is a T. 1, 1 is an A. 3, 5 is a P. 1, 3 is a C or a K. I think it's a C. 3, 4 is an O. 1, 4 is a D. And 1, 5 is an E. So look here, it says berry tap code. That sounds like something I should probably Google. So berry tap code. And then this comes up, it says the Flash and tap codes. You can read the article if you want about how there was an episode of the Flash where they used tap codes in it. So here it says 2 words capitalized. My guess is it's the Flash, which I can't spell. Hit submit. We get the next puzzle. So this one's tricky because this is Tetris, you should know, and it says you got to clear them all, and you have to do this perfectly. So this makes me think that I need to look up Tetris perfect clear. And if you look at the first link, it'll show you the opening sequence for Tetris where you can do what's called a perfect clear. There's a couple different variations on it. But essentially the idea is to make it so that you can get all the Tetris pieces to go away if they come out in the exact best setup. So here we go. Here it's coming down. I should not have closed that. Oh no. That's okay. So I'll bring it up again. Tetris perfect clear. Bring that up one more time. And I actually want this to just be over here so I can see it. Oh, it's going really fast. Oh no, oh no. So there's a couple of variations on it that you can use. In fact, the last time I solved this, I did it a different way. So let me see if I can do it this way or not. So it's suggesting that I should put this blue piece right here, the pink one all the way over here, this piece right here, then I'm going to put this red piece, looks like down here, right next to the magenta. Got it. The green piece is going to go here. The yellow is going to go in the middle. The blue goes on top. Okay, so here's where things are a little tricky. I always have to practice this. So I need this pink piece. And so I'm using Q and E. Now to rotate it, you can also use the buttons. But I need to like slide in this piece right about here. So that goes in. Whew, that always makes me a little nervous. I'm rotating around, I drop down, and then this final blue will go here, and I do a perfect clear, and then suddenly I believe the creator of Tetris shows up. So we put this in here, and we move on to the next puzzle. Okay, so this one, the hint is decode the rainbow. We've got these colors here, and it gives us the hint that how would a message be encoded as colors. And so what this is a special way to encode a color using HSL, or hue, saturation, and lightness. So I'm going to look up in HSL to, there's a lot of things I can convert to. I'm going to do to RGB, just because that seems like something I would understand. And so I'm going to try this converter first. And you notice that I can put in a hue of 180, a saturation of 26.6, and a lightness of 34.7. If you do the conversion, you'll get these RGB values, and I'll need to copy those down. They are 65, 112, and 112. And I'm going to do that for each of the colors. So I've got next a hue of 48, saturation of 19.3, and then a lightness of 35.5. And that gives me some RGB values. They are 108, 101, and 73. The last one, we have a hue of 250, a saturation of 7.8, and a lightness of 30.2. We convert again, and this time I get the RGB to be 73, 71, and 83. So those look like ASCII values to me, so I'm going to go to the ASCII table, and we're going to see if I get any good numbers. So it says that the number 65 is a capital A, 112 happens to be a lowercase p, and there's two of them. 108 is a lowercase l, and then 101 is an e. So it looks like apple, so I'm going to put a space in there. 73 looks like it's a capital I, 73 is a capital I again, 71 is a capital G, and 83 is a capital S. And Apple 2GS happens to be my first computer, so yes, I threw it into the contest. So Apple 2GS goes here. See, there's a space in the answer. You hit submit. And now we're to the world's hardest problem. It's not that hard, you just need a lot of time. So true story, Ellen Raskin, if you want to look her up, wrote a book called The Weston Game, and I love this book for whatever reason. So I made an Ellen Raskin Weston Game question. So we read the README first, and it says you're supposed to find the object of the game. You'll need to find 3 passwords, and they're all connected to my favorite song. So first, here's the favorite song. So this is America the Beautiful, and there's a lot of words in it. So a beautiful spacious sky is for amber waves of grain. For purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain, America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. So that's going to be important for what we're about to do. So the README says the first password is not private. So I'm going to first focus on that. So we have this users directory, and we can't go into Procom 6 because it asks us for the password and we don't know what it is yet. So I'm going to have to go into America instead, and you'll notice there's a public folder which happens to not be private, and then we get this scramble. So it says, Hail to thee, O land of opportunity, you have made me the son of poor ignorance, rich, powerful, and respected. This is actually from the book. So take stock in America, my heirs, and sing and praise this generous land. You too may strike it rich, who dares to play the Weston game. It is not what you have, it's what you don't have that counts. So if you look here, there's a bunch of words at the bottom that appear to be from America the Beautiful, but are not in the right order. Okay, so what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to figure out what's the right order to put these words in. It might be helpful to actually have the lyrics to the song. So lyrics to America the Beautiful. So here they are again. All right, copy that, have this over here. And so it's the part where it's talking about brotherhood, crowning, all that good stuff. It looks like there's a God in there. Now this version might be slightly different, but we'll find out, because I think there's no apostrophe there. Yeah, that's like an error in the song, but okay. So it looks like we've got God shed his, oh wait a minute, we're missing a word. It's grace. So that's the thing that we don't have. So that's the first word that we're going to need as a password. So password number 1 is the word grace. Okay, so we've got that. So now let's go back to the README. Okay, so before you can download the second, check out my cool pictures and find the right document. So we're supposed to go to Pictures, and we have to find the right document. Now, just so you know, in the song it says, Purple Mountain Majesties. Oh, Purple Mountain Majesties. And there's a date, it says 7/4/1895. So I'm going to write that down, 7/4/1895. That might be important. So with that, I'm supposed to find the right document. So I'm going to go into Documents, try to at least, and one of these I bet has that as the date. Oh, I found it. So this one says that there is an OTP. I wonder what that is. It says ZXKLMWNTYZUP. I think I did that right. Let me check. ZXKLMWNTYZUP. Okay, so OTP stands for one-time pad. You're like, uh-oh, where is this going? Because now we're supposed to go to the Downloads folder. So I go to Downloads, and I get this information that I needed to code with the key that I was given. So now I need to find an OTP decoder. All right, so I don't know which one's going to be best here. I'm just using the first one here. So I'm supposed to be decrypting. So I'm going to put in the code. Now this one might, no, I have to put the key in, I thought so. So I'm going to put in EOETFAQIJZCC, and then the encryption key is supposed to be this. So I'm going to copy that over. Hopefully they're the same. Oh my goodness, it says Fruited Plain, which is another part of the song. So we've got the second password. Password number 2 is Fruited Plain. And I'm pretty sure Grace had to be capitalized. Or if I remember right, all those words were capitalized in the first clue. So we got password 2. Okay, let's see if we can find password 3. So the final thing is we have to go to the movies. But the order matters. So I'm going to go to the movies folder. We're going to look in there. And I have these movies with info. You'll notice the first words in each of these songs might have something to do with each of these movies have something to do with our song. Like, oh, beautiful for spacious skies. Oh my goodness, that's the order. So O is an A. Beautiful is an M. Move that over there so you can see it. For B. Spacious 3. Skies R. This is our third password. Amber, with a 3 in it, because I'm being fancy. All right, so now we go back. And so remember, our goal is we need the passwords to the music performance. So I bet we have to go to the music folder. We go to music. All right, so do I click on this? I don't know, let's find, oh, we need the passwords. Okay, in any order. So they are going to be Grace, Fruited Plain, and Amber. So I hit enter. I missed it. I have to do it again. Oh no, because it said something and I can't remember what it was. So it's Grace, Fruited Plain, Amber. All right, we're going to listen this time. Okay, so if I heard that right, it went A, B flat, A, B, E, A. I don't know why it gave me that error. I think I hit it twice. So I hope I did that right. Let's hear it one more time to make sure I did this. So they are Grace, Fruited Plain, and Amber. It was A flat, A, B, E, A. All right, so I'm like, what on earth is going on here? What could I do with that? So it says this is supposed to be a cryptogram musical français, which sounds like a French musical cryptogram to me. So music cryptogram. Ooh. Oh, there's even a French section. I probably should just jump there. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this is a technique for doing an encoding, which is a little bit tricky. So we're trying to figure out how to take what was said here and figure out what the encoding is. So we've got A flat, A, B, E, A. The dilemma is I think we need a little bit more from the puzzle here. Nope, not yet, not yet. We'll get that in just a minute. So what am I forgetting here? So I've got these 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I remember now. So we have to decode this thing first. So it says Caesarean music. This is probably for a Caesar cipher. So let me bring up a Caesar cipher decoder. Caesar cipher decoder. That's probably fine. Okay, so the plain text is VNLS, and then it says VHFRQGQRWH. Okay, and it's telling us that the shift is 3. I don't remember if it's 3 forward or 3 backwards, so we'll find out here. So if I go 3 forwards, no, let's go 3 backwards, so -3. Oh, skip the second note. Oh, that was helpful. So this A flat is not really there. Okay, goodbye. So it's really just A. Did I get rid of it? Nope. So it's really just A, A, B, E, A. Okay, so we can work with that. So where did the French cryptogram go? Oh, did I close it, or is it over here? Nope, I closed it. Oh, that was silly. All right, we'll have to find it again. So cryptogram, musical cryptogram. That's what I want. And I wanted the French one. Okay, so here's what we know. We know that our first letter is going to be either an H, an O, or a V. Or I guess it could be an A too. Our second letter could be an A, an H, an O, or a V. Our third letter is going to be either an B, an I, a P, or a W. The E is either an E, an L, an S, or a Z. And an A is either, again, an A, an H, an O, or a V. So that's how cryptograms functionally work, is you have to kind of figure out from these options which one makes the most sense. So now you just kind of make guesses, like, do I think it goes A-H-I, Haizu? Maybe it goes V-O-I-L-A, voila? Maybe it's voila. Do you think it's that? It's French, so that sounds like a French word. So we go back, we go to the Program 6 directory, which needs a password. I don't know if it's all caps or not. Let's see. Ooh, it might be all caps. Let's try it again. Voila. Oh, I found the object of the game, and it's I won. Yay. So if you're able to get through that all on your own, that's very impressive. Nice job. You have solved Program 6.0's really hard candy bar puzzle. Good job.